Hey guys, it's Chris and welcome back to Something Else Amiga. What is this thing before me? This is the Black Beast. AKA it's an Amiga 4000D that I've shown in the past, maybe. That was used in video production. It was rack mounted, so the previous owners cut the case and hinged it and put screws. Serial number 53408. Yeah, I don't know. I've went through this more times than Tommy Lee went through Pam Anderson. And I'll tell you what, I can't get it working. I have replaced ROM sockets. I've replaced crystals, power connectors, never touched the CIAs, capacitors, all the gals you see in 3 of the gals out of the 6 in sockets. And, you know, she's seen better days. There is 0 battery damage here. Look at that. U177. They're all fine. 891. My cap job with the red tops. There's nothing wrong with this board. Like, well, there is. It doesn't work. But, you know, that old chestnut. This is coming out of here. It was custom cut to house fans. I think I've shown this before. A custom aluminum bracket was made. Another fan. They really chopped the living crap out of it. They cut it in half. There's a BNC connector here. Remember, this was all toaster world way back when. How are you going to fix this? Why is your new chair squeaking already? These questions and more. So listen, I try to save original boards as much as I can, and this is a first for me. So I was talking to Mr. Paul Resendez, and we were just talking about Amigas. I have these, you know, various ones that are in pretty nice shape with no real damage, and they just don't work. He's like, hey, you know what? I funded a project where I have new 4000 boards made. Like Hertel's re-Amiga, but these are re-4000s, right? He runs the ACILL. How do you say that? ACIL website group, YouTube channel, and Twitch. Dude, look at this hair. Anyway, and he does repairs, and we all know Paul. He's an OG repairer. So, salut. Anyway, he basically funded this project that Mr. Kavanaugh's, yes, the Kavanaugh's, the historic, legendary builder for the Amiga community, and many other things. He's done some EATX boards for the 2000, the re-3000s, and now the 4000. And what is cool about this 4000 is it is a kind of 60%er. What do I mean? These things are not the greatest. Hence the helmet of Goober. But I don't feel like being hunched over a desk all day soldering micro crap in. All those little micro capacitors and logic chips. What if you could get a board done that already had all the bird seed and the 74 TTL logic already on the board? Well, here she is. Everything also is socketed, except your ROMs, IDE, floppy, your main bus riser card, the CPU cal connector, of course, your RAM slot, the RAM sockets, and everything else is in a socket. Of course, you're going to need to transfer your ports, your power header, whatever. Do you need to transfer J975, the little jumper of nothing? Probably not. Put some key headers on for lights, flip her on her butt, and she's good to go. Comes even with organic polymer Panasonic capacitors. They're the blue ones. Isn't that nice? All the 74, all the fuses, all the ceramics, and not only on the top, flipping her over, all populated. That's the way to go. I think Mr. Hertel does this now too because it's so much easier on the old eyeballs and the arthritis. So the idea is this. You're going to need some parts from your Amiga 4000. Now, there's nothing wrong with this board visually that I can find out. And when I transfer the customs over to here, there's a good chance it's not going to work either. But with everything being in a socket, I've already replaced 3 gals. One of these things pretty much is going to identify itself right away. And I can quickly swap parts out without freaking hot airing a machine off and risking laminate separation or borking out the bottom of the board, which is a lot more populated on this one. Layout design, this is an exact recreation of the 4000, meaning the same capacitors, the same layout, the same circuit chip designs. Now, be it these are in sockets, mine are in sockets here. Normally they're just surface mounted to the board, just like these. They're all in sockets, so when you hot air them off, wait for them to cool, you can stick them right in here. CIAs are easily now interchangeable or replaceable without, again, hot air. So you're going to have to swap some things. You're going to need the, what is it, the PPTI fuse. It's like 2 amps, something like that. 1.8 PPTI. Your ports, some jumper pegs, and your delay line has to go over. Of course, your crystals. We're going sockets. Your 74 HC04. All your custom chips. None of your original 74 logic. You will need to transfer Bridget. That's kind of scary to me. I am not going to fight these plastic SIM sockets. I'm going to put all new SIM sockets in. The design layout and chip layout of everything is exactly the same as the original 4000. So if you're worried about a redesign that had some additional math and science, don't worry about it. I'm going to be putting a new Kel connector on because I am not about to attempt to unsolder that. One interesting thing about this new board is every single hole has a silk screen around it. Even the Bridget, which makes my eyeballs hard to see. Maybe that prevents some solder bleed over. I don't know. We do have a new boing ball kicker, which is nice. And down the bottom it says, A4000 or FB project funded by ASIL revision 1. It's not actually that hard. It's just taking your time to remove everything. I'm going to start with the hardest thing I got to do, and that is Bridget. One side is not. There we go, just comes out. Good Lord. There we go. It's 12:30. Okay, it is almost 1 o'clock. And I only got, look at this. Look at that solder. Almost, there we go. Boom. Really good pads on this board too. My solder temperature's 575 Fahrenheit. Assembly is easy. First two things. Okay, here's the goofy PS2-y looking keyboard connector base. 3 grippy things and 5 little dudes on the bottom. Great. That is just the back. What is the time? 1:36 p.m. Oh goddamn. That is just the ports. Yeah. Wow, that's a tough connector. So at all our holes though, that's good. Don't chintz on your solder on your power connector. Lead solder. It is 1:40 p.m. and I got a while to go. I'm going to flux the living crap out of this chip. And just let it eat. It's going to blow all over me. Why am I grabbing solder? I need a pick. Pick. Whew. I did it. I did it. Man. That was a bitch. It wasn't a bitch, it was just scary. Small chips come off easy. CIAs, the small guys are so much easier than the large ones. Whew. Okay, let that cool down. 2 CIAs, video deck, Paula. It is 150. That hot air stuff really rolls through it. There you go. How's that? I don't know if you can see that, but that's how it is. Fat Gary. Crap. That's tight. What? That's that one. Now yes, fiberglass pens are abrasive. Imagine if a cotton ball could scratch it. But it's fiberglass, so you still want to be careful. God, that is a socket. Holy shizzle. Paula. We're going to use the Amtech, which is like a enema. This stuff flows like butter when it's hot, but it turns into a caramel. What caramel? And it really just shits the farm all over the place. I really wanted to tack it down first, but I can't get it to tack down. So, kind of tacking it down with the Amtech. Alright. Well, I just made the world's biggest solder bond. Look at that. I channeled my inner Gadget UK and actually drag soldered and it freaking worked. Of course, I bridged the whole thing and had to do it twice, and this stuff's going to turn into concrete if I don't get it off. I only got the one side done, so I can't go gung-ho. I got to see how this stuff turns into like a chocolate syrup. What the hell's going on? Oh, that's cold. Here's my Bridget. It's wet from contact cleaner, but I want to show you what I'm talking about. On this side, where it says Bridget 391380-01. I can read that. There are a couple of coppers exposed on the outside. I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice, but you can see a couple. Top turned out fine. This side, there you go. That's a better angle. Like right there and right there, and a couple down here. So they didn't quite touch. Same thing. I got one right here too. So I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna let this cool. I'm gonna put the fine tip back on here. It's 2:30 now. That took forever. I went in with the fine solder and did touch drag. Had a couple bridges. Had to put some more Amtech on there. Just wiped her butt. Mona came down and wants crab cake sub, so we're gonna take a lunch break. Junior's still sleeping because she stayed up till freaking 6 a.m. 5 p.m. What do you have done? I have the Kel connector, the ports, the Paula, video deck, Alice, Lisa, 3 pals, Bridget, that was fun, Kel connector, and just finished ROM sockets in the power dude, and of course Fat Gary CIAs. What do I have left? About 1,000 points. I didn't solder the Kel connector here. I just said nope. I'm putting a new 50 megahertz on. I have to take the delay line out and this chip, so I have to put a socket in there. And then of course my ROMs, I'm going to move over. The fuse, the resistor pack, these 2 gals, the headers, I'll put new headers in. Lisa stayed on this board. New headers here near the timer. CD header on the back. The joystick and mouse ports here. And the resistor pack here. And the clock crystal, which I have a spare of. New trimmer cap. And that thing I don't know if this one needs the diode, but it's an exact reproduction, so it might, and I don't know how I would get it in there anyway, because on the top of that A4 transistor is like impossible. About 1,000 solders left. So take a look at the center connector. I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty. No, there's a white silk screen around every copper hole. That's nice, isn't it, Chris? It's nice for looking at it, but when you got to solder it, on the bottom is white circles also. So you can't tell if you're making contact or not. When you're done, it doesn't look like it's done because it's just a thing. So we're getting there. I'm going to put brand new SIM sockets in it. I had to wait and get Bridget done before I tested any of that. I got to double check her before I go putting sockets in. I'm running out of power. Didn't get my reboot night last night on Friday. It is Saturday, 5 p.m. Today's interrupter is Discord, Mr. Derek, who says, "Hey, Dr. Chris, I love all your videos. Because of you, I now have an Amiga 500 with an RGB to HDMI and a Pi Storm. And now a 1200 with a Pi Storm. I apologize. It's an addiction, isn't it? I wanted to ask, where did you get them glasses from? These glasses or the helmet of Goober? Helmet of Goober, I listed all my parts in the extended description of most of the videos. It's in there. My eyes are not of a 20-year-old no more. Hitting 50 this year, and I think they'll help for soldering. I was thinking about changing my 1200 into a Checkmate 1500. I'm happy with it. What I got, but what would you say? You do you, man. They're your Amigas. Do as you see fit. Just please don't destroy your original cases so you can go back, or if you do, don't tell anybody, especially me. Well, congratulations, Mr. Derek. Yes, Helmet of Goober is available at Micro Center, where I bought mine from. But if you're outside of the United States, where Jesus lives, you can get them on the old Amazon whatever 17 p.m. So, I have done ROMs, Kel socket, put all the chips in minus the gals over here. 1/2 of the desoldered riser dude, the terminators, the voltage regulator, terminators, yeah, resistor packs, the voltage regulator, all the ports in the back, PPTC fuse, the power connector, the IDE and floppy headers, that was fun, all of the jumper locations for the CPU, ROM speed, etc. The crystals in sockets, the delay line, the 74 254, the key lock, num lock, drive LED, the clock, its resistor pack, its gal. I have to do the silver can crystal and the trimmer cap. My hands are sticky. Look at all that solder. There's the crusty finger. Look how much that is. That's from the 4000. The 2 gals off here for IDE and the 1 here for Buster, which I really wouldn't even need because I'm not doing bus stuff right now, and fire it up and see if it works. But I'm going to wait till the morning because my hands hurt really bad. They're covered in flux. It's 9:54 p.m. on the old Omnibot clock, and I am snapping in the SIM sockets. Well, all 300 and something points after I tack these in. Final little bit. $360 points across here. Now I'm going to just hooch it. Minus that one extra riser here, it's done. I'm still concerned about Bridget. I will blow the whole board out with contact cleaner, spray, the hot tank in a can. Specialist Contact Cleaner, fast, quick drying, cleans sensitive electrical parts and leaves no residue. My white ass. I'm only doing 2 megs of chip as a test fire at first. Low, high, and blinking. Low, high, and diagram. Thank you. Boom. Oh yeah. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. What a feeling. Holy crap.
Yeah, I bet you could use a cooling, huh?
Now you're talking.
Now, it's 10:45 p.m. Holy crap, what a mission. We're going to continue this tomorrow morning after this has a chance to get a little bit more rest. 18 hours of sleep all week long. So hopefully tonight I'll be able to crash out. And and actually sleep without the dog sneezing in my face. Good morning. It's 10:31. I did a nice reboot last night. Look at this hair. Wow. I need to strip the center connector and the two side connectors, which I'm going to do manually. Okay, the desoldering part is done. I got the housing thing off. I'm going to use the air side of the WEP here. Dude, still cooling down. It'll shut off automatically when it's done. 600 degrees Fahrenheit is about 315 degrees communist for you guys in the old metric zone. So not too terribly hot. I don't usually keep the hot air plugged in because it's too cumbersome to have all these things because I don't have a steady place to stick this. So what I'm talking about is these grippy things on the end. They tend to bite on the sides of the holes, which is fine. Now this one's special because this motherboard's never really been used. It's still got the game port plastic over it, so she's brand new. Look at that nice bold copper. And then the back side of it, if you can see that, I apologize if not. And then I kind of give it a good melt and try and get all the bubbles out. And there you go. Okay, COM4 large font. Alright, let's see what happens. Nothing on serial. I'm going to click right mouse button. We're going to check serial. I have nothing on the display. This has happened to me before. My connector fell apart and I think I borked something. But, oh, I need audio hooked up. Perfect. Filter. Power lights, switches, test module. Good. Op amp's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Channel 1. Or 1. 2. 3. 4. Perfect. Main menu. System info. You see that clear? I don't know. Green is good. We have 2 megs of RAM. I have to do other RAM. Memory test. We'll do the extended chip mem test. This is my original diagram, not the newer diagram. I have to get more ROMs to burn the new diagram. Yeah, I'm going to have to take my connector apart. I think I pulled a wire out that's graphics because I have full doohickeys. Alright, 2047, which is normal for me. I'm going to turn this off. We're going to toss in this thing. It says 4 megabytes. Alright, 4 megs of RAM there. So that's a 4 meg sim. Great. 12. All you do is find one more. 16. We got a brand new Amiga 4000D, guys. CIAs, and just let it eat, and it should say OK across here. I will get one on the VSync, maybe. Oh, good, it didn't do it. All right, I'm gonna jump right back to NTSC. My 4000 tower and desktop are jumping into PAL because why not? They're on VGA converted monitors. This one is just an RGB. Graphics test, 320 by 240, low res, perfect. Test screen number 2, that's the one I never can get working. Perfect. The scroll, perfect. Raster doesn't, I can't click that one because I don't have a button to exit. Let's see if I can click to exit. Okay. RGB test also passed. Audio passed. Fast scan 16 meg. Make sure she's good. 16384. Bingo. That's well, it's 385, but we got a RTC is rando on this version, but it is working. Uh-oh, power cord fell out. Maybe just needs some runtime. You know, she's brand new. There's bound to be problems. I need to really put those other CIAs in and see what they're doing. FCF80033, that is normal. Serial parallel, I don't have the dude. Controller ports, we know this is working. Popping her cherry with a Sega Master System controller. I pulled this off. It's never been used. Ready? Only put the tip in. There we go. Controller port test again. Left, right, up, down, button 1, button 2. Good. 3.0 round. I got a double mouse button, turn off all the CPU caches. It is in PAL and then it'll work. It only likes DF0. And I don't know about the GoTech thing on this ADF. I can tell them in PAL because I see some lines. They're going to do boot options, disable CPU caches, and boot. Turn to AGA NTSC in NTSC. Don't you remember the floppy days? Here we go. So, this game is a fan-made remake Turkin. Sweet. Now, I gotta get this in aspect mode. A1K. It's going so fast. It's busy trying to load the brrrr. We all take WHD load for granted. This is how it was. Still loading. And it's 3 discs. There we go. Whoops. Oh my. Yeah. Oh. There's a 4000T QuickPack 4060 rare. $1,800. Super Buster 11 from Anal Logic. CIAs from Anal Logic. You guys charged me more on shipping. Just about as much on shipping as the part itself. Thanks. And you cornered the market on everything. I'll just get to where the spaceship flies through. There we go. We always watch this part. If you have a slow Amiga, that is choppy as heck. So, turn that volume down. Amiga's working, guys. I'm going to take the 040 out. There's a dog hair stuck on my face somewhere. That is a little warm. 314 and rolling. Now I have a machine to test various parts on accelerators, CIA chips, etc. I can pop them out, pop them in, hopefully without breaking anything else. Low, high. Should come right up. Okay, it comes right up, clean. Riser card. Serial I/O from Alpha Data. It's just something I use to test Zorro. Zorro is working. I kept having this ROM fail. So I erase it, and I started wiping on it. It says AMD, Malaysia. But look how black this cotton swab's getting. Now, after wiping off the AMD and all this fake black paint that the Chinese people put on it, because they're evil mofos, this is labeled as a MX ROM. I don't even know if you can see that. MX 27C 4100 DC. Yeah, so it is not an AMD. Holy shit. Low, high. Let's see what happens. I only have the 4 meg chip in, so who knows? Let's see. Nothing in the GoTech. It is plugged in. It is powered on. So here we go with my 4000 minus Ethernet minus Picasso hard drive on a SD to IDE with a 321 ROM and a 3221 ROM and a 321 operating system. Holy crap. No Ethernet card. That's fine. Bingo. 321. And a quick thing with whatever. It's all of my stuff. iDemo, iGame, Go ADF. 6840, 882. Fine. I'm not worried about it. Screen mode. I'm just going to say multi-scan productivity. I want double NTSC high res, no flicker. Here we go. See? Double NTSC, high res, no flicker. And there is our brand new 4000 2024 build. It was about 1,500 plus solder points, even with a 60% complete board with the new sockets from Mr. Cavanaugh's and Paul. Thank you guys for your hard work and everything that went into making this. My little friend, this is my Amiga 4000 040 case, not to be confused with that Amiga 4000 060, but this is another one of my fleet. Probably not. Of course not. It was worth a try. So, I'm in the market for an Amiga 4000 power supply, or I'll take something apart and rewire it. So that is all I got for this weekend's project. Thank you for coming along, and yes, I've wore the same shirt all weekend. There's dirty and there's funky. Dirty you can wear again. Thanks for watching, and as always, hope you learned something.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?